62-year-old Susan Sibitlwane from Newtown in Kimberley hopes the finance minister's budget will be pro-poor. The pensioner takes care of her 5 children with her pension grant and says she cannot afford to pay for municipal services. She has had her electricity supply cut off numerously for non-payment.
I feel sad I won't be able to afford it anymore. I'm alone. I must buy food. I must pay for my insurance. After my grant, I must also buy clothes for myself and my child.
75-year-old partially blind Stephen Faku is also unhappy with the services provided by the Solplaiki municipality in Kimberley. Faku, who stays in this shack with his grandchildren, says the municipality cut off his electricity since last year without an explanation.
I have a gas stove and I also use a brazier. I also have a coal stove that I must sometimes use.
More than 10 million households receive free basic services, and government allocates 55 billion rand to municipalities to provide free basic services, which include water, electricity, and refuse removal.
The indigent households only get 50 kilowatt hours per month, and our household is using more electricity than that. So the problem is that if a household needs at least 200, 300, even 400 kilowatt hours of electricity every month to cover their basic needs, and the indigent is only giving them 50 kilowatt hours. And this is a huge problem because what we've got very poor households that have to have electricity to live, to cook, to be able to do anything, but they can't afford to pay for it.
Dr. Ledger says the current model, which requires the local municipality to extract money from poor households, is undermining the national development goals.
The whole system is not working. And this idea that municipalities must just collect revenue is ridiculous if that is making poor households even poorer. We're supposed to have developmental local government. What is developmental about making poor people even poorer?
The Provincial Cooperative Governance Department has urged municipalities to update their indigent register. The Solplaiki municipality embarked on a campaign to switch off residents' power supply to recover at least 2.7 billion rand owed to them. Pensioners were also affected and found themselves in the dark.
So we are making a clarion call also to the municipalities to make sure that now they update their indigent register so that whenever the equitable share is being given to those municipalities, they are able to make sure that now those poorest communities, they are also be able to make sure that now through their free basic services norm, they are able to be catered for.
The department says residents who cannot afford to pay any services rendered by the municipalities must make sure that they appear on indigent register. Tabiso Khadebe, SABC News in Kimberley, Northern Cape.